So hey guys, Liam here from Primal Nomad, hope you're doing well. So you probably saw me walking in with Tom from Back Garden Bushcraft. Really good to be here with him. We're just going to set up some tarps now. We found a few nice trees to go off of, discuss the configuration, so we're going to go with a kind of a V, kind of flying kind of V. Hopefully direct the wind away from us. We'll have a fire kind of in between us that way. It's going to be awesome, so can't wait. I'm just going to get the DD super light tarp up, and then yeah, bivvy on the ground. It should be awesome. Branches everywhere, man.
Can't hit the woods without the trees, man.
So I've got my ridge line set up now. Tom's just putting his tarp up. I've got to attach mine through the toggles, and then we're set to go.
Thought it was a 3x3.
Yeah, so used to it.
I want the bottom one as well.
I'm going to make myself a little crosset quick.
No mercy enough first, dude.
No. So I put another ridge line under my tarp here, handy for hanging things, and also Tom's going to be connecting under there. So we're going to have kind of two overlapping tarps. Me and Tom have kind of gone for this crossover tarp method, so it's nice and cozy under there in case of bad weather, protecting from the wind, so it should be really, really nice. Tom's just clearing his sleeping area. I'm about to do mine.
I just went for a simple bivvy bag today.
Same. I've got a poncho as the ground mat.
Straight on the ground. Nice view.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, just 360-degree woods.
So I've got a few nice beers for tonight. Tom's brought a few as well. So this is a selection that I've brought and shared. I've got some Sierra Pale Ales, Sierra Nevada, one of my favourites. Always bring this wild camper with me. Got some Brewdog, Hazy Jane, some Faith Northern Monk, one of EA Bushcraft's faves, and also this Arbor, that's sweet bro. So it's a Sabro American wheat beer. I've had that for ages. Good pint can, and I'm well excited to have that. So I've got the Corinthians sleeping bag. It's the Defense one. Been really enjoying this. It's been keeping me really, really warm even as the temperature starts to drop. When I was with Craig at the last weekend, I used a silk sleeping bag liner. It was a little bit kind of overkill. I didn't really need it, so I was nice and warm and toasty. I'm just going to be putting that in my Snug Pack bivvy bag. The only thing that I noticed with this is it's a little bit long, so it doesn't all fit in the bivvy bag, but that's not to worry. I just leave the pillow out of it. So I'll get this all set up nice and protected, and then me and Tom can go and start on the fire.
Down.
Yeah, lovely. Nice and light.
Yeah, it's a good bag. I've had it for a number of years now.
Good loft in it though.
Yeah, really good loft, considering it's been compressed.
Yeah, it's already up and out. didn't say, by the way, guys, what I'm going to be doing while I'm on this camp with Tom is actually the beef jerky. So I know a lot of you guys wanted me to do it out in the woods, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Going to find a nice little spot tomorrow. I've got some beef already pre-sliced that I did at home, and I'm just going to season that while I'm here with you, and then hang that, and we're going to do a really nice bit of making some jerky, which is going to be a nice snack for the day after that. Obviously we're here for 3 days, so yeah, just something I'm really excited about. Thank you, dude.
You're welcome.
So the tarps are all set up now, my sleeping bags out, bivvy bags all set up. Tom's has got his done, he's rocking a down sleeping bag. Hey buddy.
Hey.
So yeah, Tom's rocking a down sleeping bag, and yeah, we're good to go. So we're probably going to get the fire going very shortly, but no, just nice to be set up at home. It's getting quite cold here in England now, but we're quite sheltered from the wind that way. And yeah, just looking forward to it. We've got some good grub tonight. We're going to do double stack burgers. And yeah, I think the fire's going somewhere around here where the tripod and my foot is. So yeah, let's have a look.
Might need axe.
Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah.
Pop up mud, isn't it? So just getting this duff layer down now, guys. Moving all these roots. There's an old rotten log in there, actually, you can see, and that's really the reason why you do this, because we could have lit a fire straight on top of that and not known that that was smouldering below. And that could be going off any direction, ready to pop up whenever. There is a root here, but it's an old stump.
It's dead.
So we'll
get it
be
up.
able to get that up. So we just ripped this massive stump out the ground, eh, Tom?
Yep, there was absolutely no sign of it above ground. So that just shows, dig down to bare earth. You can see where we've dug down, it's lovely mud, clay. Yeah. That isn't going to catch fire, but this would have done.
No, absolutely.
It's
not worth it.
Stuff on top as well as flammable, so we're going to get rid of all that. Make sure we have a really safe space for the fire.
Yeah, buddy.
We're not far from that water source, so.
No, that stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're pretty much down to bare earth.
Yeah.
As well, which is good. Just getting all this stuff from the surrounding sides. And the last of these spruce roots that are kind of scattered in the fire pit, and we've come across that now, which is perfect sign. Some
wet clay.
Perfect to go on. I'm just laying down under the tarp here at the moment. Got the fire pit dug just there behind my foot. And it's so comfy, really nice to have Tom along with me. Gonna crack into one of these beers very shortly, but I think might get the flame on first. So I've got my little incense burner here. Just gonna cheat with the lighter, just to get it going. So I've got some frankincense resin, the same as I did in the bushcraft show, and I'll just crumble a little bit of this over the charcoal briquette now. And this will just start to give a really nice aroma to the camp, and also keep any insects away, which there aren't loads of. So while I was sorting out my incense, Tom's been getting the fire ready. Good job, Tom.
Get the next stage of fire fuel ready. Let that fire feed.
Don't you just love the smell of burning wood?
Absolutely, bro. There we go.
Nice work, buddy. Really enjoying being out here. It's so refreshing for the mind. It's been a really busy period for work, and that's all slowing down for winter, so it means more time bushcrafting, more time with my buddy, and in fact it's something I wanted to kind of mention. Both of us, in fact, we've both come to the kind of decision that we wanted to start up a podcast to do with bushcraft and everything that we love, and it's called the Wodesman podcast. We've started up an Instagram, and we're actually going to be recording our first episode tonight. So fingers crossed that goes really well, and it will be out by the time this video is too. And it'd be really awesome if you guys could go out and check it out. I mean, we're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah. Focused on our interests and questions that people might have, and just sharing our passion for being outside, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tom, as you probably well know from his videos, and if you don't, definitely go and check him out, loves his carvings, and he's just started up Campfire Carvings, which is his kind of little store where he's going to be selling all of his, and in fact has been selling his hand-carved goods. And you've seen some of those. They're absolutely amazing and well worth the money. I mean, the prices are super fair for what you're getting, and yeah, honestly, good luck with it, buddy.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a little store because I just love carving.
Yeah.
So finally gave into pressure, I guess, peer pressure, and made my little store. So I do appreciate you sharing that.
No, it's going to be good, and you know, definitely go check out his Etsy store, and I'm sure we'll be chatting about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll show you some spoons as well, because I brought a couple with me, so maybe
Awesome.
Tomorrow in the morning I'll whip those out and show you.
Yeah, buddy, I'd love that. I'm sure you guys will. We'll catch up with you soon. Like I said, we're going to be cooking some dinner, but definitely go check out the Wodesman podcast. That's me and Tom, just having good old-fashioned chats about bushcraft. So just behind camp here, we've got an awesome fallen birch, and it's already really dead and ready to go. Sounds just like a fire crackling, which means it's good and dry inside. These are going to be perfect logs to chuck on the fire. That will give us some warmth. Got some nice birch on the fire there, Tom.
Yep, perfect.
It's a good wind fallen birch, I think, that came down in that storm.
Yeah.
So that's going to give us some good coals for cooking on.
Perfect.
And me and Tom are going to crack into the first beer, I think. We've got some Northern Monk Faith Hazy Pale Ale.
That's good, bro.
It is, yeah. East Anglian Bushcraft got me onto this one, so thank you, bro. Yeah, it's going to be
Sick.
awesome, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, my dude. So good to be out with you.
Absolutely.
It's been far too long now.
Ooh, it's good.
It's nice.
Fruity.
Excuse me pouring it down myself.
Well, cheers, my boy.
Cheers, dudes. What a good drop. So while it's getting dark now, Tom's just cutting some firewood behind with the gomboy. We're gonna build up kind of a big store of logs and just get that ready for cooking. It's gonna be a while until we do cook, but nevertheless still good to get it prepped while it's a bit light.
That bit wants to go on.
So I think that should be enough firewood. Good job, Tom.
Yeah.
Some nice birch there. Just wind falling in the Storm Arwen. That'll keep the fire going nicely now. So got some dry roasted peanuts, again in the Thornhill Ultra Heavy. They've been in here since my solo camp. But I am a sucker for these things, and the quality and craftsmanship, I just have to say, every time, it's just amazing. Tom actually got me into Thornhill, didn't you?
Yep.
It was awesome, man. It is so good. So yeah, gonna get these out, fill the belly a little bit before dinner, share them with Tom, and they're good to go. Love these things. Woo! And Tom's got his frying pan out because we're gonna cook some bacon in this. I'm gonna get the TJM fire anchor. I'm going to put it in just by the flames there, and then we're going to get the grill arm and the pan arm out to support this, and we're going to cook up 2 burgers. Tom's got some seeded buns, we got some chili cheese, and it's going to be absolutely excellent. I cannot wait because I am getting a feed on. Got the TJM Metalworks fire anchor on the go. We've got a nice pan swing arm which this can sit on, and we've got the grill plate for the burgers, and it's just such an awesome setup. I absolutely love it.
Excuse fingers. That's the sizzle you want.
That is beautiful. Put the burgers on. Oh, that's burning. Oh, that's hot. This is absolutely awesome, buddy. Is this something you made?
It is.
Hey.
So that's a piece of cherry. I had a little offcut after I made a couple of spoons for people, and so yeah, I made a spatula just for this.
So I've got the knife that Robin made me that I've been using, and I absolutely love it. It's such a cool design, and it's so sharp. I keep on top of it, but yeah, really does the trick well. Oh, look at those. A little bit char grilled, but
That's what you want.
that is what you want. So I've got some cloth bound cheddar here, which I'm putting on because I forgot the chili cheese. That won't take long to melt on there. Some big old chunks of cheese. What have we got there, Tom?
Lamb's lettuce.
Nice.
And some nice seeded brioche buns.
Just putting the other bacon on for the other 2 burgers, which I've put all the way up high just to keep warm while we eat the other ones, which are looking mighty fine. Look at those. Whoa. So I got this incredible stack. Look at that burger, guys. It's a red caramelized? So it's a red caramelized beef burger with bacon topped off with, what is it? Chipotle sauce?
Chipotle sauce, yeah.
Amazing, dude. And a seeded bun, lamb's lettuce. That's incredible. That cheddar cheese is great, dude.
Absolutely insane.
So
I would pay top dollar for that at a restaurant.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Dink.
That was a good first burger, Tom.
Absolutely, bro.
Got
That
some
was insane.
Beavertown Gamma Ray
Lovely beer.
sinking into it.
I drink beer like water, so I've already started
I
mine.
love that. So good.
What a lovely meal.
Man, it was really good. That sauce was killer.
Yeah. Chipotle sauce, guys.
Louisiana Chipotle. We're going to get onto these next burgers, and then probably just relax for the evening. So
Yep.
we'll keep you posted as and when. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. We've got a whole day tomorrow, a whole nother evening, and then best part of the day as well.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Burger, Tom. So good. This is the second one, guys, and it's only getting better.
Yep.
The sauce is killer. This is the stuff, by the way. Bullseye Louisiana Chipotle.
Oh, nice.
So good. So I've just put this axe holder onto my belt. It's something that Ellie got me for my birthday, and I haven't had a chance to use it for ages, but it's really cool. Just a leather loop. It allows me to keep my axe just in my hand. We're about to go sned up some fallen spruce that Tom's found, because it's getting dark now, or it is already pitch black, but there's a little bit of rain starting to come in, and we want the fire to be prepared for later. We've got some stuff already here that's all been sawn up, but we're going to go do that now. Raining quite a little bit now, not that heavily, but definitely consistently, and it is, to be honest, quite soothing. So we've just been relaxing, enjoying the campfire, which we built up with some stumps that we dug out of the ground and some other logs that we went and collected. But yeah, it's beautiful, just listen to that. Nothing better than rain on the tarp. So I'm just about finished up with this gamma ray Beaver Town. It's a really nice drop actually, and we're going to open up some Sierra Nevada pale ales. There you go, my boy.
Thank you.
Cheers, my boy.
Cheers. I like this beer, it's nice.
Some of you hardcore followers of Primal Nomad might remember this from my first wild camp, solo one anyway, that I did on camera. And yeah, been drinking it ever since. I love it. You literally can't beat getting out and camping, guys. This is amazing. Just put some more logs of pine. There was a hung up pine that we pulled down, and I just sawed up some of those logs and we put them on, giving out some nice light. Really, really warm. So we're about to crack into this arbor, and it's that's sweet, bro. So yeah, I bought this when I was on a trip with Ellie down in the Cotswolds. I haven't released the episode yet just because I'm putting a bit of time into it. I'm going to make it quite a good one, and there's no real time limit on it. It will just be a reflection of the trip. But yeah, I got this at a really cool brewery slash smokehouse that we went to. We found along the way. So yeah, really excited to crack into this with Tom. We're going to share it in both of our kind of like little cups, and yeah, should be really good.
Thank you, my man.
It's good, dude.
Appreciate that.
Cheers.
Let's give this a try. I'll let you try first. It's yours.
Bro, that is so nice.
That is lush.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Guys, that is so good.
That is a really good beer. It said it's made with their own in-house hops. What was it? Or yeast.
It's too drinkable.
It's lush.
So smooth. Yeah, brewed with a high percentage of wheat and heavily hopped with a Sabro and a little Citra. This beer was fermented with our house yeast strain to keep it clean.
That's so cool.
And it is so clean.
It is, yeah, for sure.
Like there's no after.
Nope.
That's just down and done.
That's dangerous.
That's like water. That's amazing.
Nice flavour though. Like
really nice.
Water as in you can drink it easily, but taste-wise, really nice. You can taste the hops.
Yeah, I'm trying to place it like almost like this honeyish taste.
Yeah.
Really tasty.
And then a bit of, you can taste the Citra hops too. Like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good drop. I recommend that one.
Very nice.
Very good. Coals are burning nicely.
Yep.
Surprisingly warm, to be honest.
It's kicking out a lot of heat.
Good. We've been kind of kicking this dirt back a little bit just to prevent any embers catching. So I've had an amazing evening, guys. Just about to go to bed. The fire is going really lovely. We've got a good bed of embers, so we'll probably put a log or two on before we go to sleep. Just let that die down overnight. Got the frankincense burning in the little censer just here. It's got a little foot so it can stand right on the ground, but it just smells absolutely amazing. That mixed with the wood smoke is just something else. Yeah, I love it. So hope you've enjoyed the episode so far. I've been having a great time with Tom, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Morning guys, quite fresh, but it's a lovely morning. Slept really well. I'm just going to relax for a bit now. The fire burnt really nicely overnight. It was a good bed of embers and I rolled a log in at about 6 o'clock, which caught, and it's kept us going all the way. So Tom's just got up. Hey buddy.
Hey.
It was a chilly old night. It dropped down a little bit, didn't it?
Definitely.
But really comfortable in the tarp and the bivvy bag. Lovely morning. And yeah, just been relaxing by the fire. So I thought I'd show you guys the axe sheath that Ellie got me. Really, really nice. It's got a lovely kind of stamped, hand carved kind of leather logo on there of some stars and a tree. Really nice, really good quality leather, and yeah, it just goes onto the belt and allows you to carry your axe, because it was always something that I you know, if I was on a longer trip, it's nice to be able to keep it on your side. So I'll be putting that on shortly, and yeah, really loving it. So it's pretty thick, probably 4mm leather, and it's riveted together, really well made, and yeah, it just slips over the belt, and I really like it. The Grans 4's small forest axe goes really nicely into it, and yeah, I've had this one for quite a while. This is my second small forest axe. My first one is still, I think, probably, well, it's either been found or it's still hung up on a tree in a woodland somewhere, where I left it at probably age 15 or something. So yeah, funny story. Just cleaning up the frying pan from last night, putting some water in it. It's been just charring away on the embers all night, so it should come off really easily. So my mum got me this for Christmas last year, and I haven't actually used it. It's a silicone pan scrubber. Really good. Perfect. Yeah, really cool little thing. I'll just rinse that out with some water now, and that should be good. So Tom's got a coffee on. I've got the TJM out again with the pan arm, and I'm going to be using that to fry up some bacon.
It's not a large pan.
No, but it's perfect though, isn't it, really?
Well, that means I can carry cast iron without actually taking up, like, my whole bag.
Yeah, exactly. This is really nice, cloth bound, vintage cheddar. Really tasty. So we've got a wrap here. We'll load it up with cheese. Then I'm going to load it up. With the bacon. Gonna get some sauce on that, and then I think that's good to go. Tom, did you want this one?
You have a bird.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Cool, I'll get the bacon on for you then. We'll fold this up. Yeah, buddy. So nice to be up in the morning with Tom. He's just about to be getting one of these himself. Bacon, cheese and chipotle sauce wrap. That is incredible. So while Tom's just having his breakfast wrap, I've just finished mine. I wanted to come over and show you these, which are some of his carvings from Campfire Carvings. So he sells these kind of things on his Etsy store, and they are just beautiful, all knife finish, and loads and loads of different cool stuff on his store, but these are just a selection, and just absolutely beautiful, really, really nice. You could just imagine these going in a Sammy pouch, just in a general cook kit, or for use around the house. So definitely go out and check it out. Campfire Carvings. I'll put a link down in the description below, and yeah, can't beat them. So today I'm going to be doing the beef jerky. Normally I'd actually marinate the beef in a Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, a load of spices, basically my own kind of blend that I've gained over the last 5 to 6, maybe even 10 years of doing this. It's been so long, and I normally do that in a dehydrator or in the oven at home, which I'll probably add a little clip at the end of this video on 2 techniques on how to do that, depending if you have a dehydrator or not, if you just have a conventional oven, sorry. So what I'm going to do is going to get 3 really tall staves, quite equal height, make a really tall tripod over the fire, because what we want is we don't want the heat, we just want the fire to be drying out some air. We want some good airflow through, which the breeze is going to mainly do, and we're going to thatch the outside of it and then run some staves of probably hazel, green hazel, stripped down all the way across, which we can hang the meat on. It will all make sense as we get along, so I'm going to go collect those sticks and I'll see you when I'm back at the fire and building it. Here we've got 3 long staves now. They're quite tall, probably about 8-9 foot at the moment. I'm going to bind them together a few feet off the top, about here, and then stand it up as a nice tripod. Double on that. So the top of the tripod's all tied up now, and we'll get that stood up. Nice. Up here it's going to be nice and dry, and yeah, it's just, we're going to thatch all around here up to about here with branches, and it will just really capture some of that heat and dryness, and the breeze will be able to pass through, so it'll be perfect. So it might be a bit hard to see because it's thin paracord in this green, but we've done kind of a zigzag pattern down up to about kind of the, I don't know, third up.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got quite an open bottom. That's going to remain like that, and we're going to thatch the top here. Now Tom had a great idea. We've both got goat skins, goat hides, so he's going to put his over one side and I'll do the same on the other side. So I think it's a great idea.
Yes. Dry the hides out as well.
Yeah.
Because we've been sat around the fire on the wet ground where it's rained, so it will keep the air and smoke contained, and it will dry our hides out.
It's going to be great. We've got some nice spruce boughs around here. I'll probably pull these branches down and take a few of these because they're nice and thick. We can weave a few of these in just to protect from the elements. So we've got quite a lot of spruce boughs here now. That's going to be perfect for thatching the outside. And yeah, we're going to be getting on to making some jerky very soon. We're starting to just thatch these on the outside just to build a bit of a barrier and somewhere to trap all the smoke, and then we'll throw the goat hides over the top as well. And the string here, the bottom string, is where the rack will lay, so the bars across with the jerky on it. So it probably doesn't look like much, but we've thatched all the outside here of the top third of this tripod. And if you have a look underneath, excuse the camera movements for a second, if you have a look underneath, it's quite dense in there, but there's loads of room to hang stuff. So, for example, we can open up in there, and there's our string that we're going to be hanging on, and then that will go all the way across. And even in there now, I can tell that's a little bit warmer, which is really cool. Me and Tom are about to go look for some hazel, nice green lengths that we can, again, hang on this stick and run all the way to the other side. So I'm just going to use the back of this knife that Robin made me. Really good 90-degree sharp edge on the back there, and it just removes the bark perfectly. So that's the kind of idea there, guys. You can see inside we've got the 2 racks. Probably get another 2 in there, and then we can hang the meat off there. So me and Tom have just finished putting the stakes through the tripod, and what I've got here is I've got some pre-sliced beef, and I slice that from a joint of beef. I'll show you some clips now. That was just before, when I was at home in the kitchen right before this trip. So I sliced those like you just saw, and yeah, basically it was only just for the ease of not doing it out here, because I had quite a large joint of beef, probably way too much to jerky outside in this one go, because we knew we were going to have slightly limited space and resources. So I'm going to open this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat it today in salt and pepper. Now this is a salt and pepper blend, so it's pre-mixed Sichuan pepper, corn and salt. It's a really nice mixture, has a lovely flavour and kind of some licorice notes to it, so I really like it. And like I said before, I normally would do like a wet seasoning on this, or a brine, something like Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce and other different kind of spices and blends, but for now I'm just going to go with traditional salt and pepper, which I do occasionally as well. So I'm just going to take out the meat on this board. I'm going to get one of these nicely prepared green staves that we've made, and I'm going to start sliding the meat on. And once the meat's on, obviously I'll dust it on here, salt and pepper, and then slide it on. So I might get Tom to hold that, and I can start feeding on. Good amount of beef there, and I'm going to just generously coat in the Sichuan and salt and pepper mix. And I'm going to put some over here that I can flip these bits of meat into. I want to coat every side of it. And what I'm going to do is just going to give these a little drag over, turn them around, just give them another dusting on this side. It's really tender meat. And I did cut it across the grain, just so that when we're eating, it's there's a little bit more of a chewy kind of texture. So there it is, guys, hanging inside.
and that's just going to dry really nicely. We're going to get the other meat on these staves. We're not sure how many we'll need, but that's just going to dry there now for the next hours and hours until it's stiff basically, and that's when it's done. So we've got the beef on the ash sticks now, all covered in Sichuan pepper and salt. We've been going now, what have we got on our third or fourth stave, so that's about to go in and join the rest. There's a good breeze today, which is the main thing, like I said, that helps dry meat. We're not relying on heat, although heat, when it's this cold outside, will definitely aid and benefit it. So we've got 4 racks of beef there hanging, and it looks amazing. But it's nice and warm up there. We've just got to leave that to dry, let the smoke get up. We'll probably build the fire a tiny bit, but even there's a warmth on my hand just under the jerky, so that's really, really good. So one thing worth noting with jerky is just really the type of meat to use. Any lean meat will work. It can be fatty, you've just got to trim that fat off. Fat goes rancid when you're dehydrating, or it goes rancid a lot quicker, so that's really not good if you're trying to store things. We want just good meat that's going to last for a good few weeks, a month even or 2, and just something handy for the trail. I absolutely love it. Even of an evening I get a little hunger on, I could just have a nice protein snack. And it doesn't matter, if you're going to eat it within a few days, it can be a little bit of fat on there, but really you want to get as much as you can off, because that will just get chewy and have a little bit of sourness to it. We're just looking for it to be kind of leather hard, so it's stiff on the sticks, and when you break it, it kind of tears and you can see the fabric. Those fibres should go kind of white and pale. And yeah, just really excited for it. Like I said, I'll show you how you can do this in a dehydrator, although I bet you can guess. It's pretty simple and very similar. So I had a really bad bit of luck, guys. Unfortunately, an ember landed on my DD, so I've put a plaster just over that. Now I know it's a bit pointless, but it just means that if any rain does come, it will try and keep it off. So the rain's just coming in. We've got the jerky up there drying. Not too worried about any moisture getting on that because of the spruce boughs. If it gets any heavier, we might thatch it with a bit more. We're just going to leave that for the next few hours. Probably have a little ploughman's lunch soon, and then settle into the evening with some beers, ready for tonight's dinner. So you can probably see the hole where I've patched up in the DD. I'm going to be putting a tent repair patch on there when I get home, but it is a shame because it's now raining a little bit, so I put a plaster over it. It's just annoying that it wasn't raining when the spark landed on it, to be honest, but alas. So the fire is nicely going now, putting some nice heat and smoke up into that jerky, which is nicely wrapped up there, especially with the leather goat hides. We're just gonna chill with that for a while. I know I said you don't want to get too much heat, but because of the cold temperature, that's the main reason. I was just saying to Tom to check the temperature under there, because it's ideal. We've just done another layer of thatch on it.
It's perfect now.
Yeah, we moved it towards the tops a tiny little bit, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's like room temperature under there, no more.
Yeah, and I was saying that the jerky itself, so probably see just under there, guys, the jerky's all hanging. And before that was ice cold, kind of really, really cold to touch. Now it's more like Tom said, room temperature, really ambient. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 racks under there, and they are going to be going an absolute treat. It's a really nice day. It's a little bit grey and overcast with bits of rain here and there, but lovely nonetheless. The ground's a little bit damp now, but in our area it's really dry. And yeah, just thankful to be out with Tom. So me and Tom are about to have some lunch. We've got some really nice cheeses. We've got some red fox, smoked red fox that is. We've got some cloth-bound mature cheddar that we've been having. What's this one, Tom?
Applewood.
Applewood vintage.
Really nice cheese.
Got some chorizo, smoked chorizo, and the traditional Jacob's crackers. So this is an awesome stony path. Tom's design, got Lee to make it. It's really, really cool, really chunky bushcraft knife. Really holds up for battening, everything. It's just really good. I'm thinking about getting one. I just really love it. I've always wanted a stony path, and yeah, to be honest, 100% sold.
They're beasts. So I went with 5mm 01 tool steel, so like a mil thicker than a standard Woodlaw. And then I got Lee to improve like the ergos for my hand, and to add this beautiful finger stop choil, which just locks the knife in and feels so positive in your hand. It's a brilliant bit of kit. Stony Path knives are some of the best on the market, and I highly recommend them.
One slice.
That's my bit. It's like squidgy, that cheese, isn't it?
It's so good. Proper like, almost like a Wensleydale.
Yeah.
I love Wensleydale and cranberry, man.
Yeah.
We've got the cheese, crackers, chorizo, Northern Monk from Tom. Tom's awesome Stony Path knife. Look at that. Such a beast. It's a real chunker. Absolutely love it though. And yeah, it's going to be good. This Red Fox is amazing. This is smoked, but it's a proper mouth waterer. Applewood cheese, so good. And this cheddar is just mwah.
Tripod set up with the nice jerky being made over it.
Yeah, it's good to share that with you.
Absolutely.
Really
I've learned a lot from you.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys obviously wanted to see it being done, so I thought, well, what a good opportunity to do it with Tom.
Yeah.
Have someone along to experience it and help out as well, because it's quite an undertaking as well.
Yeah, no, definitely is an undertaking. You need to give yourself a lot of time to make sure you get it all done and have enough time for the jerky to cure, I guess.
That's it, especially in temperatures like this. But nevertheless, talking about time, I think it's about time we crack into these. Faith in Futures. So first one of the day, and let's give it a go.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers, dude. Oh.
Hoppy.
And clean.
And clean. 6.5%.
That's dangerous again.
Yep, I like that though.
Oh, nice.
Are you a Northern Monk, Liam?
I could be. Right, cracker, bit of Red Fox. Or one bit.
You want a bit of chipotle on it?
Chorizo. I'm just going to go plain cheese on this one.
I'm going to chipotle, man.
Nice. And then I'm going to dig in. Oh man. I love cheese and crackers.
It's the best, bro.
See you soon. So we've just sawn off a tiny little bit more length on these legs because it's cooler. We wanted to drop it down a bit, and now the smoke is properly raising and rising through all of that, which is great. We had to move it forward a tiny bit just because of the breeze, but nice smouldering fire under there. And yeah, in there is lovely. It's all drying out nicely. So yeah, really stoked to see it come on. How's the temperature under there?
Really good. So we just dropped it down a little bit, just to keep that microclimate perfect and make sure that the smoke and the heat is actually getting to the beef.
Nice. Yeah, buddy.
Because it's a really cold day, so you didn't want the meat to be really frozen up there.
That's it.
But yeah, it's going well in there. It's perfect.
So the meat is starting to get a kind of a crust on it. It's dry and the seasoning's starting to dry out, and it's also starting to change colour. So it's not so pink and red anymore. There's more this kind of starting to go brown colour. Loads of good smoke going up into there. Really good and warm under there, so trimming the legs really helped. And it's just a kind of an an experimentation thing. You don't want it hot, you don't want it to be cooking, you just want it to be warm and a nice smoky atmosphere, so this is perfect. We're not quite there yet, probably quite a few more hours, but as it gets darker we'll just update you with the light, and we'll just be cooking some dal tonight in a billy can and frying up some garlic to put into that. So we'll only be using the coals anyway, it's going to be perfect. So the jerky's coming along nicely, the fire's tickling along nicely underneath as well. The smoke is just drifting through, and this is becoming really, really leathery. Probably hear that. Some bits up here, a little bit still squishy, but they'll come, as is some of the thicker bits, but it's just a matter of waiting. It's really good to see it working, and look at that, what a spread. So I've just got a bit of the jerky from the bottom just to test, and it's really leathery dry. That's some salt and pepper on it, so that's the miscoloration. You can see up there, it's really good colour. If I tear it as well, let's get my hands in focus. So if I tear it, you can see those fibres that I was saying about. And Tom, if I give you some of that.
Thank you.
Now I have some of this.
That's like really good store-bought jerky.
That is top tier, guys.
So smoky.
You like that, buddy?
Absolutely love it. Smoky, salty, get a little kick from the Szechuan pepper. I'm happy with that, bro.
It's going to be so good. So if we have a look under here, you see the jerky's doing really well. And you just want it until it's completely firm and leather hard. So the bottom of this bit is getting there, the top where it's a bit thicker, still a little bit soft, but we're getting there. It's worth just trying each bit. That bit's quite thin, but we are cooking with gas.
It's like a proper smokehouse in there, isn't it?
It really is. So Tom's just cutting the garlic. He's got his stony path out. We've got quite a lot there because we're going to be making dal tonight. So down here I've got some red lentils, I've got some cumin seeds and chili seeds, and I've got a homemade spice blend, which is cumin, turmeric, salt, garam masala, some chili powder, and that's about it, I believe. So we're going to go in for that into a 10cm billy can. This is the zebra billy can, and it's in this awesome wax canvas pouch that I got a while ago. So 10cm, I'm going to open it up, we'll put a bit of oil in the bottom, get that on the coals, then we'll fry up the cumin and chili seeds, add in a tiny splash of water, then get the seasoning just starting to kind of semi-fry, open up the flavour of it, and then we're going to put in more water and the lentils. Before I do that, I'm going to crack open a Hazy Jane with Tom, and we're going to get these down us. I'm looking forward to it, boy.
Yeah, boy.
So let's go in with that.
I do the same.
Cheers, boy.
Cheers, bro.
Do really like these. It's a good drink. Just a little bit of oil, just to help a little bit of lubrication while we're frying the spices. A few cumin seeds and chili seeds. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of garlic in there now. Put a tiny bit of water in there. And then we're going to go in with the spice mix. I'm not going to put all of it in because I want to add some after it's cooked, so we get some of the flavours that won't retain through loads of heat and flash cooking. Then you want to mix that all in and then use that to fry around. And that just means the spices don't burn. It's going to be a really nice base.
Lovely and fragrant.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That should be plenty. That's about a cup and a half probably. Stir that around, get those spices all over it. And then we're going to cover that in water. And we'll leave that for probably about half an hour and just keep stirring it and make sure that it's not sticking on the bottom. So the dal is really bubbling away nicely now, really thickening up. And that's what you want. You want those lentils to start falling apart and that to start becoming a really nice kind of thick liquid. There's plenty of dal there. Might have overdone it for us too, but we'll see. Right, so we've got some garlic here that Tom's chopped up. He's going to put some oil in the pan, and then we're going to put the garlic in. We're going to fry that off and then add that to the dal, and then let that cook through it, so the hot oil will be infused with the garlic, and it will just add a lovely flavour to the dal. So the dal's coming along really nicely. Thickened up an absolute treat. And the garlic is also frying really nicely. So it won't be long and we'll be combining them. We've also got some long grain rice. And that is just going to go straight into the dal once it's all made.
Frying up nicely, that.
So we've got another minute or two and that will be done. It's just about starting to brown.
Yep.
And with garlic, once it starts to brown, it goes really quickly to burn. So it's important once it goes golden, we get that off and straight in. It's probably another minute or two off.
Yeah.
But it's always a watching
far.
game on the fire. A bit different to cooking at home. Yeah, so that's nice and golden. We're going to scrape that straight into here. We'll give that a good stir around. That's going to just give such a nice smoky, garlicky flavour to that. So we've got the rice going in. Any of those bigger lumps should break down in there. That will just mix up to make a really nice one pot meal. 2 if you count the frying pan, but you could have easily done that in the bottom of the zebra beforehand, or in the little lid section. Look at that, dude.
Looks so good.
So I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of garnish over the top. That's just a bit of spice. Sometimes when you cook things and fry them, the aromatic gets kind of a bit lost. So it's good practice to just put a tiny little bit back in once it's cooked, stir it through, and then we'll take that right off the heat now.
Oh, dude, that looks amazing.
That's a good consistency. That's kind of what I was hoping for.
That looks perfect, dude. Want me to load you up?
Yeah, go on for it, buddy. Have a little go. Oh, that's good. That is so tasty. The fried garlic is just, beyond. I'm going to enjoy this and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Sorry. So that is what I'd consider a pretty perfect dal with rice mixed in, ready to go. I'm just going to wrap the bottom up, spin it round. This is my second one and I'm absolutely loving it. So tasty. So the dal went down an absolute treat. The fire is stoked back up, just little flames again, because we've still got the jerky up above, which is again doing really well. Probably in about half an hour I'll pull out a stick to show you. It's almost leather hard. which means we're almost there. There's a few thicker bits, and that's the only reason we're leaving it up there, just to dry those out. But we'll catch up with you soon, because I am absolutely food comatose from that dial. That was lovely. In my seeping mat kit, I remembered, or just found this, which is an adhesive pack of repair stickers. They should be just the right size for over this hole, which I'll show you. So it's clear, but it should go over the hole nice and well and make a really good seal that's watertight. Perfect. So the jerky has been on for about, don't know, 8-10 hours, something like that. A fair amount of it looks like it's done. We keep putting a hand up here to check. Really nice ambient temperature up there. And what I'm going to do is take out the first little stick here, and you can see that that is pretty damn dry, like a leather. Just double checking. There's 1 or 2 thick bits on that bit, so I'll probably leave those bits on, but for these, for now, we'll take these off. So there we are, guys, look at that, perfect jerky. That is just great. So there's one bit here that needs to stay on, so I'll leave this there, and we'll see what other stuff on the other sticks comes off, and we can feed it all onto one stick and let that dry for the rest of the evening. That's dried lovely. So we've got a whole stack of jerky there. That's just from a half of a cut of meat, just a roasting joint. And yeah, couldn't be happier with it, to be honest. There's 2 bits that were a little bit thicker, still drying out. But I think we've got to taste this first. Share that between me and Tom. It's going to be beautiful.
Thanks, bro.
No worries, dude. That's got such a good flavour.
That's lush.
Well guys, hope you enjoyed that. I'll show you probably in another video how to do a similar thing at home using a dehydrator or an oven. But yeah, try it out, it's amazing. So I'm just going to put this jerky inside this polythene bag that I brought with me. That's going to keep it nice and fresh. I did have a Sammy bag with me, but that's still got some peanuts in it. I thought I'd have finished it by now, and to be honest, I made a bit more jerky than I anticipated, so this is going to do. And I can pack that away, snack on it through the night. I know me and Tom will be. And yeah, I'm going to probably have another beer. Got another Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which I'm going to crack open with Tom. So there you are, mate.
Thank you very much.
No worries, dude.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll get these into us, and then I'll probably say goodnight, and we'll be packing up camp quite early tomorrow. Just getting on with things, and yeah, so it'll be quite a short one, but I hope you've enjoyed that jerky making. So we're going to start taking down the tripod. These are the ash staves that really worked well for hanging the jerky off. Little ceremonial, little burn off of them now, because ash burns when it's green anyway. And yeah, we'll take this down pretty shortly. Right up now, all the jerky's done, so we're actually going to dismantle all of these spruce boughs and get them nicely away from camp, and then we can burn the timber and reclaim all the paracord, which is great. It's been good doing it with you, Tom.
No, it's been really fun. Love doing it, and the jerky tasted great as well.
It did, it was so good. So yeah, we're going to ease into the night and use what, like I said, what we can of this ash for more firewood. So Tom's just given me one last jute session IPA, and that's probably the last beer of the weekend, and I've had an awesome time. Gonna go to bed now after this, so you probably won't see me after this, but thanks for coming along. Thanks Tom for coming along as well, bro.
Thanks for having me, I've had a great time.
Honestly, really enjoyed it.
Me too.
We recorded our first 2 episodes of the Wodesman podcast. So yeah, looking forward to releasing those. They should be on Spotify, so check it out, the Wodesman. Also on Instagram, and yeah, like I said, had an awesome time. Hope you enjoyed the jerky. Get out and bloody try it. It's awesome, so simple, and but a few little tricky things, you know, just the thatching and getting it all right and set up. But once you get it done, you just got to chill in the woods, have a good smouldering kind of fire. It's a great time, great excuse to get out. Thanks for doing it with me, Tom.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Cheers. So morning guys, woke up, it's probably about 8:30 now, had a really good sleep. It's definitely chilly, so we've got the fire back up and running, which we're still smouldering away because I managed to keep it going overnight, but we're going to strike camp now, so I won't keep it all inclusive, but I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. We're going to put the fire out and just had a really awesome time, so yeah, speak to you soon. I'm going to start packing everything away. The Corinthia sleeping bag actually held up really well, even despite the cold weather, but I do think I will invest in the Defence 4. And yeah, had an awesome time. Thanks for coming along, Tom.
No, thanks for having me, bro.
And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys once everything's packed and we're making a bit more headway. We're just having some breakfast now. Tom's just putting on the last bit of my homemade streaky bacon. I will definitely do a how-to video on how to do that as well, because it's another awesome bit of meat preparation that just tastes amazing.
That's not sticking at all.
Nice.
Sticking nearly done.
It is.
Yeah. That. How I like it.
That's the thing with homemade bacon. It doesn't go a pink colour, more of just a pork colour. But that's because we haven't got any of the like nitrite salts in it. So there's no pink curing salts, it's just normal salt and sugar. So Tom's been cooking up some homemade bacon.
Hey boy, I'm really excited for this.
Oh, me too.
This looks great.
Absolutely.
I'll just pop that there.
Yeah,
Very
buddy.
cool for a sec, it's warm.
Oh, that looks so good. Guys, just want to show you this. Look at that. Breakfast on point.
Winning.
Hell yeah, boy.
Nice morning. Yeah, let's try a bit.
Cheers, my boy.
Oh.
Yeah?
Sick.
Tasty homemade bacon, guys.
It's actually
Streaky.
delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is good. Salt and sugar cure. That's going to set us up to strike the rest of camp.
Yeah.
Sleeping system's down. Just need to get the tarps down, fire gone, and we'll catch up with you then.
Awesome.
So we're taking the tarps down now. Sleep system's all away. I'm going to drop that. Fire is burning out to a really small pile of embers. So the fire's pretty much out now, which means our wild camp is basically over. I've had an amazing time with Tom. Thanks for coming along, mate. It's been great. Definitely go check out his channel, Campfire Carvings, Back Garden Bushcraft, and of course the Wodesman podcast, which is both of us combined.
Absolutely.
So you do some awesome carvings, mate.
Thanks, bro.
And I wish you all the best with all of the kind of future with it.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, thanks so much for coming along.
Yeah,
Hope you
thanks for having me.
enjoyed the jerky. I'll make sure to dish out half of that with you now.
Phew.
And yeah, awesome guys. It's actually just started to rain as well, which is really beneficial. So we're going to let that do its work as well. And like we said, go collect some more water from the little puddles in the stream and get that on there as well. So me and Tom used some empty bottles to collect some water out of a stream. Really dirty. It's not our drinking water, don't worry. And that's going straight on the fire. And then that will probably see us out. So hey guys, that's all it for today. Thanks to Tom for coming out. Really awesome having you, man. Fire's all out. And yeah, we're about to go. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to pack the camera away. So that's it for now. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.